one, I think it's the macroeconomics that are really impacting that more than anything. Inflation, supply chain issues, it's a hard read. I think there's a lot of uncertainty there. So you're going to see some retrenchment and some caution for quite some time.
As far as how it would last, I'm sure everybody wishes they would know that question. I think that a lot of people got spoiled because the market was soft for a very long time. And the last, 3 to 5 years, it's really hardened a lot. And people are seeing difficulty in differentiating themselves. Markets are pressuring them to increase values because of the inflation of reconstruction costs, and also better assessing that by location. So limits are being squeezed, deductibles are being increased. So clients really need a way to differentiate themselves. And demonstrating that you've hardened your assets and that you're less likely to incur a loss, or that you've got an actual recovery plan in place with standby agreements for those vendors is real key to differentiating yourself in this hard market, because we don't know when it's going to hit.
The reports that we're reading are showing that the market's probably going to last another 2 to 3 years. And how that impacts our clients is that the data we're collecting is becoming more and more important. They need that accurate information so they can go to the underwriters and get the best possible rates.
There's definitely some permanent price buoyancy in the market. If you take into consideration climate change, then you could almost imagine that some of the pricing is going to be baked in for a while. So I'm definitely not going to make a prediction as to when the difficult market is going to subside. And it's debatable whether it's actually hard. You can still get insurance. Some people would define a hard market as a situation where you can't get insurance at all. But I do think the price points that we're seeing today as a result of increased inflation on valuations and climate change are probably here to stay for a while.
That's a good question. A lot of people, I'm sure, would like to have the answer to that question. I think without a doubt you're going to continue to see what I would call a disciplined market, where underwriters are going to really look at the risk technically to great detail. They're going to require significantly more information than maybe they've had in the past to underwrite risk. So you're going to continue to see, I think, a challenging insurance marketplace. You're going to have certainly an industry lens around that. Certain industries are going to see more challenges when it comes to the property insurance market and the stability of that marketplace. It's very bifurcated. If you've had any kind of losses, you're in real trouble. So that's almost a separate discussion potentially. So I don't see any real changes in the near future. I think it's going to continue to be challenging, certainly through the next couple of years at least, I would think. And natural disasters, climate change, all of the above are going to continue to have an influence.
I mean, it's a dynamic market right now, and I'm appreciating, I guess, how quickly it's moved. I think with the issues around climate change, and also what we're seeing with bank failures, inflation. I think it could last for at least another 3 to 4 years potentially. I could be wrong on that if there's new capacity that comes into the market, but I think the hard market's going to be here for a little bit as people look to get right size with their portfolios and are a little bit more skittish around about risk taking.
Well, you're seeing implications already. You're seeing, as we heard from some of the folks at AIG and Duncan Ellis, you're seeing narrowing terms and conditions, margins on statement of values. I see a lot of losses right now happening in the food and beverage industry on property valuations as well, and that's really driving that. How long is it going to last? I don't know, anybody's guess. It looks like we're heading into a recession. When we hit a recession, liquidity gets tight and the rate's going to go up.